What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, DA. All right, check it out. This is my episode 1 and 2 review for The Acolyte. And before I begin, don't let anybody tell you that you are not a Star Wars fan because you're not rocking with the nonsense that they put out in this show, okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are a Star Wars fan if you love George Lucas, all right? Whatever Leslie Headland is doing, all right? That's like a completely separate thing, all right? You are a Star Wars fan. Don't let anybody tell you different, all right? And look, coming to Robert Meyer Burnett, all right? This is what Robert Meyer Burnett had to say about the situation. The Acolyte is a massive misunderstanding of what the original Star Wars was about. I wonder, does the younger generation actually even understand what the storytelling itself is supposed to be about? I don't think that, I honestly, I don't think the younger generation knows what Star Wars is, okay? Let me again play a quick clip of what George Lucas said Star Wars is.
It was designed to be a film like mythology of this is what we stand for. You're about to enter the real world. You're 12 years old. You're going to go on into the big world. You're moving away from your parents being the center focus. You're probably scared. You don't know what's going to happen. And here's a little idea of some of the things you should pay attention to. You know, friendships, honesty, and trust, and doing the right thing, living on the light side, avoiding the dark side.
A mythology, right? That's what Star Wars is, okay? Star Wars is a mythology. That's why it hits home, okay? It hits home because it's lessons that we take going forward into the world. As little 12-year-old boys and girls, we take these lessons and we march off into the world and we, try to live according to these values, all right? That's what old myths and legends used to do. They kind of spoke to us on a human level. And that's what Star Wars is. And that's exactly what this shit is not. All right. This trash that they just put out there, this is not Star Wars at all. All right. This is not Star Wars. This is what they call representation. All right. Echo Base spoke about this. We talked about this on the live show. All right. Fat representation in Star Wars now. I am Fatawan, all right? Instead of Padawan, it's Fatawan, all right? It's about representation. It's about skin color. It's about diversity. It's about nonsense like how big and fat you are, all right? This dude is a huge guy, all right? But see, this is what it matters. This is what matters when it comes to Star Wars. Like you could be a big fat fuck. Like, oh, yeah, man, I'm in there. I'm represented, okay? Look, you could be a big fat dude. You could be a skinny dude. It doesn't really matter, all right? That's not what Star Wars is about, all right? It was about the lessons that you learned from that, all right? Again, good versus evil, all right? Overcoming your limitations. Things like that matter to Star Wars fans. Again, Leslie Headland and all of these clowns over there at Lucasfilm, they could give a shit about that, all right? It's all about, again, what? Representation, all right? We must represent women. We must represent lesbians. We must represent fat people. Like, what's the lesson here? What is it that we're supposed to take out of this, okay? That it's okay to be fat? That it's okay to be lesbian? That's okay to be a skin color? Or okay to be a diverse person? We already knew that. Hey, Leslie, real quick. Can you tell me a good story, okay? Can you, represent George Lucas while you're trying to represent all of this other shit? Can you represent George Lucas? Can you represent Star Wars fans? Can you tell me what Star Wars is about? I don't really care about all of this other crap that you want to talk about, okay? None of that stuff matters to me. What matters to me is, can you do Star Wars? And if you can't do Star Wars, then step all the way the fuck off, okay? I don't need to hear any of your nonsense. I don't need to hear anything else, okay? Give me Star Wars or fuck off. That's what it is, okay? Seriously, that's all it is to it, okay? Give me Star Wars or fuck off. I don't really care about anything else that you got to say, okay? I don't care about diversity. I don't care about representation. I don't care about none of that crap, all right? If you can't give me Star Wars, and look, Kathleen, Lucasfilm, this goes for you too. If you can't give me Star Wars, get lost, all right? I don't really care about anything else that you got to say. I don't care about this fat dude. I don't care about this Asian dude. I don't care about this white woman, okay? I don't care, all right? I'm I'm a black guy. I don't care. Okay, give me Star Wars or get lost. All right, that's it. And that goes to all of Hollywood. Okay, we want what we want. All right, not what you want, what we want. All right. We're the fans that have built these franchises up over the last 40 to 50 years. You need to give us what we want. Otherwise, it's deuces. We outro. Okay? So give us what we want or get lost. All right? That's what it is. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's jump into the Acolyte episodes 1 and 2. So the story starts out with this chick, May. You know, she's on the hunt looking for a Jedi. By the way, spoilers. This will not be a non-spoiler review, all right? This chick, May, is looking for this Jedi, Indara, which is played by Carrie-Anne Moss of Matrix fame, all right? And basically, they get into a brawl, all right? Because this chick, May, is looking to kill her. And they get into all of this fighting technique, all right, which they call, quote-unquote, Force Fu. And it's like, who cares, all right? Who cares about the Force Fu? What's wrong with the Force? Nothing was wrong with the Force to begin with. So why are we trying to introduce some new fighting technique? All right. In place of actual storytelling and character development, here you go. We got Force Fu. All right. Which is nonsense, which doesn't make any sense. Like, yo, if you got the Force, why don't you just subdue this chick? If you're like a Jedi master, why don't you just pin this chick to the floor and figure out what's going on? But no. That would go against Leslie Headland's agenda. So this chick, Indara, I guess her name is, she is literally brought in to just be a victim, all right? There's nothing to Carrie-Anne Moss's character. Nothing at all, all right? She is literally here just to be a victim, all right? You got brought in, right? You got sucked in. Like, oh my God, Carrie-Anne Moss is going to be in this thing. No, didn't matter, all right? You got brought in just so this chick could die in the first 5 minutes. Basically, that's what this is all about. Yep, there it is, all right? She gets suckered into saving this guy, all right, who's just standing there like an idiot. And then she ends up getting what? Oh, here's a knife to the chest. All right, there it is. You know, I'm dead. Just a dumb way to set up this story, you know, off rip, all right? Just a stupid way to set up a story. Then we quickly move on to what is her quote-unquote twin sister, Osha, all right? Osha works on like some kind of a rig out there in space. Doesn't really matter. We don't care. They don't spend a lot of time here, but basically that's what she is. She's working on a rig in space, being a quote unquote mechanic. I guess that's, you know, a mechanic, you know, so to speak. So she's basically doing that as a job. So here's the mechanic chick out there on the hull of the space, you know, freighter, you know, fixing shit. I mean, again, man, all of this stuff could have been interesting if I cared about the characters. I don't really care about these characters whatsoever. We move quickly to Saul, who I don't know if he's the main character or one of the main characters, but they move quickly to him. He's a teacher. He's an old Jedi master, and he is the master of Osha, which is the twin to May. All right. All right, are you guys keeping up? All right, you know what's going on here so far. A lot of plot happening before your very eyes, but you don't really care, right? You don't really care yet because you don't know any of these characters, so you really don't give a damn. Yeah, and then we get our first look at Leslie Headland's wife. Okay, that very important, everybody. Very important that we see Leslie Headland's wife, you know, because again, this is all about representation, not about Star Wars. All right, it's about representation. Yeah, then we get to the scene with the guy that don't know shit about Star Wars. He thinks that Anakin blew up the Death Star, all right? He comes in and he's basically saying, yo, you know, we had a death. Something's crazy going on. You know, I got to reach for my lightsaber. I'm a little nervous about you, all right? But he's, you know, this person is supposed to be his friend, but he's got to take her in, all right? He's got to bring her in because, you know what? We think you killed a Jedi. Yeah, and then we get to the point where the Jedi, the one that they're worried has killed another Jedi, is sitting in a cell all by herself, all right? And nobody's sitting there guarding her or nothing. No. You go ahead and sit in this jail cell. We'll stand out. I don't even know where anybody else is, all right? We'll just have her sit here by her damn lonesome talking to crooks and criminals about a prison escape. Like, if you were worried that this Jedi is somehow a threat, and hey, man, we got to bring her in for questioning, we got to talk to her, like, why would you not lock this chick up, all right? Hey, we need the strongest cell that we got, all right? We need the most powerful cell because this chick is a Jedi, and she just killed a Jedi. At least that's what we think. So we got to lock this chick up and make sure that she can't get out and start wrecking havoc. Oh, no. Let's just go ahead and put her by herself, all right, in a cell so she can talk to other criminals about a possible prison break. Do you see the level of incompetent writing that's going on here? All right. That's Leslie Headland for you. Hey, Leslie, you're a piece of shit writer. Just letting you know, okay? Just in case you were wondering. And then, of course, you know, the bad guys escape because that's what bad guys do, all right? They get out of the jail, but I guess Amanda Stenberg, all right, she's too lame to go out there and ride with them. All right, she's a good guy, all right? She's a good guy. All right, so she's going to hang back. Yeah, I thought this was interesting too, all right? She breaks into this, like, accompanying prison cell to, like, let this other guy out of prison, all right? This guy, you know, that's all knocked out and everything. So she breaks into the prison cell to let him out, all right? But he don't, you know, like, give a damn about her. Yeah, like, as soon as she saves him, like, he springs to life. He's like, oh, shit, I'm free. Yeah, bye. All right? And then he just leaves her in the dust, all right? Jumps into the escape pod. All right, he's outro. So basically, our protagonist is an idiot. You know, that's how I take it. All right, protagonist is an idiot. She don't know how to maneuver things. Too good for her own good, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what Leslie Headland is going for. Again, she's a shitty writer. And yeah, we was tripping off of this on Echo-based network, man. Like, all of these guys, she's like strapping herself in, making sure she's secure and all of that kind of crap. Like, and then they just crash on a planet. Like, that's the softest crash landing I've ever seen in my life, all right? Just kind of skidding along the surface, all right? Like a little stone skipping along the pond. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then this guy, Saul, he's trying to figure out the quote-unquote mystery. There is no mystery, all right? No mystery whatsoever. This guy knows exactly what's going on like the audience does, all right? We're not caught off guard at all right? This chick is a horrible actress. She doesn't emote at all right? I give this dude credit, all right, Saul, all right? I give him credit because guess what? This guy don't speak English, all right? English is not his first language. This is his first English speaking role. And he's like lapping these other people, all right? He's so much better than everybody else in this show. Like, why is the guy that doesn't speak English so much better than the rest of you guys, all right? You people should be embarrassed, man. Lucasfilm should be absolutely embarrassed at what's happening here. But they're not, all right? Because, fat representation. Like that's what matters, all right? We got a woman in it. You know, we got some minorities in it. Hey, we did it, all right? That's what Star Wars should be about, all right? Utterly ridiculous. And then, of course, somehow this chick, May, survives everything, all right? She survives the whole crash landing. Anybody else crashing to a planet from orbit would be dead. You know, but of course, you know, in, you know, Disney Star Wars, oh yeah, everything's good, all right? It's like getting run through with a lightsaber, all right? You'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. You'll be fine. Oh yeah. I thought this was interesting too, right? Like, she has this little, I guess, dream sequence, you know, with her twin, you know, popping up in the background. And then they go through this whole thing, you know, with their twin sister. And it's like, oh, you know, is it real? Is she seeing this? Is it live? Is it Memorex? We don't know, all right? It's stupid. It's really dumb. There's nothing here, okay? Oh my God, I'm remembering all of my past trauma. That's basically what this is all about. You know, instead of actually fleshing that out in a way that, you know, emotionally resonates with the audience, you know, hey, yeah, let's just show some kind of a weird flashback. You know, it's kind of hard to get through this scene. Let me see. Yeah, she starts chasing, right? She's chasing the shadowy figure, all right? Which we all know is her sister, all right? Oh, yeah, there it is, sister. We already knew that, all right? And then they start showing her as like a little girl. It's like, oh, I'm a younger version of their, and then, you know, they kind of go back and forth with these younger versions of her. Listen, Leslie Headland, can you figure out how to tell a goddamn Star Wars story, all right? You're bad at this. You're really bad at this, all right? I don't care about any of these characters. This is the main problem. I need to care about the characters in order to become invested in whatever the story is that you're putting out there on the screen. I don't care about these characters. I don't care if they live or die. All right? I just don't. Maybe you do because you're a lesbian and you got lesbian characters in here, so maybe you care about it. But for the rest of humanity, the other 95% of us, hey, can you give me something that I can connect to? And when you don't give me something I can connect to, you know, all you're doing is just putting images on a screen. And this isn't, again, what George Lucas was about. George Lucas was about creating characters and creating storylines that would resonate across color lines, across gender, across ages. It didn't matter, all right? That's the beauty of Star Wars. That's why Star Wars works, all right? Because it connects with everybody. It connects us all together, all right? It's like the Force, all right? It surrounds us, it binds us, it brings the galaxy together, all right? And we all rocked with Star Wars, all right? If you're a Star Wars fan, all right? We all rocked with it because, again, it brought us all together, all right? All of your nonsense, it's just divisive, all right? If you're not a lesbian, if you're not a woman, like, how do I connect with these characters? I don't, all right? That's the main problem that these idiots have in Hollywood, not just Star Wars, in Hollywood right now, is they don't know how to connect to their audience because they're too busy writing, like, you know, independent little films for themselves instead of writing something that means something to all of us, you know? And again, that's the problem that we got right here with this lame ass character. Nobody gives a shit about this character right now, all right? After 2 episodes, nobody cares, all right? Whether it's May, or whether it's OSHA, nobody cares. Yeah, like apparently we're supposed to care about all the trauma that happened in her past, but we don't, all right? We don't care about the trauma that this chick had to go through, all right? Hey, you're with me, I'm with you. No, I'm not with anybody. I'm not with any of y'all. I can't connect, all right? I cannot connect. All right. According to Leslie Headland, these women or these 2 characters are black. So I, as a black guy, should be able to connect to the people on the screen, but I don't. All right. And it has nothing to do with them being black. It has nothing to do with them being women. It has nothing to do with them being lesbian. All right. What it has to do with is that I don't see anything in these characters that makes me feel anything. I don't give a shit about these characters. That's where Star Wars is going wrong, all right? They keep shoving stuff on the screen that nobody cares about, and it doesn't rock with people on their human level, all right? On the human level that we all can understand, all right? Again, that's what George Lucas was doing. That's not what these people are doing. Yeah, so again, we get just boring characters, like first 2 episodes, all right? First 2 episodes, just boring characters delivering dialogue. That's really what it is, all right? I didn't mind this guy, all right? It seems like he's a try-hard. I was saying this on the Echo Base review. He's kind of a try-hard. He's trying really hard to be somebody, but he's really not, all right? Just a dude, all right? Just a dude with weird hair, all right? He's trying hard. And I didn't mind his acting, okay? He's not a great actor, but I didn't mind his acting, all right? I didn't mind his acting. I didn't mind Lee Jang-jung acting. Okay, fine, okay? Again, Lee Jang-jung, he don't speak a lick of English, all right? So, you know, he actually, you know, elevated himself, in my opinion, all right? But most of these guys, man, again, these guys are just weak. Yeah, I thought this was interesting, too. Like, they kind of corner her, and she's like, oh, you gotta believe me, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody, right? You know, it's like, okay, why don't you just say that right off rip, bro? Like, just say, yeah, I believe you didn't kill anybody, all right? Come on with me. But, you know, they have to set up this, like, you know, possible, oh, she might jump or whatever. It's stupid, all right? Again, Leslie Headland is a hack, you know? I can't say what she did on her other, you know, shows and series and everything like that. But in my opinion, Leslie Headland is a hack, all right? She is an absolute hack, no questions at all about it. When it comes to Star Wars, she's a hack. Yeah, and then we kind of end the episode 1, with this scene, you know, Amanda Stenberg, you know, standing out there, you know, I guess looking cool. I don't know what this is. Is she on Octo? I think she's on Octo, all right? You know, and it says that Acolyte kills without a weapon, you know? So apparently her job is to kill people without a weapon. You need to kill somebody without a weapon, even though she's used a weapon, you know, to kill Carrie Ann Moss, all right? She's already used a weapon to kill her. So it's like, well, you didn't really get the job done with that one, all right? And then for some dumbass reason, oh, I need to ignite a lightsaber. Why? Oh, because we need to know that this is a Sith Lord. Leslie Headland, ladies and gentlemen. Leslie Headland. This is hot garbage, all right? I just scratch my head at how did these, how did this happen? How did this happen to this once great franchise? I don't think anybody knows. All right. Anyway, let's get on to episode 2. Yeah, so episode 2 starts with more dumb shit. All right. I guess this little girl like kind of tricks a droid and then she gains access. So then, May goes strolling right on in, to a Jedi's house, or whatever, wherever he lives at. Hell, I'm just going to walk right on into this thing, I don't have to, like that's the only security that she has. All right. Just, be able to walk right in. It's kind of funny. So then, like, she kind of reveals herself to him, even though, like, I guess this guy is, like, sound asleep, all right? I say, I need you to attack me with all your strength, Like, that's what her MO is. You need to attack me so I can attack you, blah, 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 all right? The only white guy in this thing so far, at least as far as I can concern, the only white guy so far in this entire show is just some dude sitting there asleep, Sitting there asleep, he got a little scar on his head, that's basically where it's at. Again, the representation is so strong, all right? It's so obvious, it's so on the nose. Instead of being something that's like, hey, we wanted to put some representation in here, but we didn't want to go over the top with it and just make it so obvious. All right. But no, this is obvious representation. That's what this show is about. All right. Again, we already had Fatawan. All right. I mean, they're checking every box, man. They are checking every single box when it comes to this thing. So I guess somehow she can't break through his little shield. Like he's got a shield up. So she's been trying, she couldn't do it, all right? I can't break through his shield, so I'm just going to give up. Basically, that's how this whole scene ends. I guess this is supposed to be some sort of a moment, where Amanda Stenberg's character and Daphne King's character can kind of talk and relate to one another and build maybe some sort of a friendship, like that's what this was about, all right? But again, I don't get anything from these characters. These characters are like shells, all right? Empty shells. They're not really fully fleshed out. And again, you could do that in a couple of episodes. There's plenty of time to focus on these characters to make them actual characters, all right? But again, Leslie Headland isn't interested in any of that. She's only interested in caricatures that suit her agenda. Yeah, like this guy right here is funny, all right? He says, hey, you know what? This chick who we're transporting as a prisoner has already escaped before. Like, why are we letting her run amongst the ship? Like, hey, you're just free to go. Do whatever it is you want to do. All right. Crack jokes with my Padawan, whatever. Like, wait. Hey, man, like, we're bringing this chick in for questioning. There's been a murder of a Jedi. Like, hey, like this guy says, they don't know, but she says she's escaped once before. To me, again, just to me, maybe I'm crazy. All right. But it's like, until we get this situation ironed out, we need to lock this little chick down, all right? We got to lock her down, make sure that she don't run amok and start doing all kinds of crazy bullshit. I mean, again, that's just me, all right? It's like there's a lot of logic problems in this story so far. Like, they acknowledge that she has a twin sister, all right? They say, hey, yeah, we got a twin sister. She was presumed dead. Okay, so maybe it's the twin sister that's running around doing all of this stuff that we're investigating. Okay, all right, cool, all right? Again, that should lead you guys to say, hey, man, we need to take extra special precautions. Lock her ass up, all right? Because who knows? She could be working in cahoots with her twin sister. And they kind of mention that in the story. Like maybe she's working in cahoots. Maybe she's part of this. Lock her up, throw her ass in a prison. We're concerned about ourselves. If we think that this person is taking out Jedi, as she stated that she was doing. All right, okay, let's stop. Lock her up. Yeah, so now we get to Amanda Stenberg, May, all right, the May version of the character, just kind of strolling around and like she's in like some sort of a shop or whatever. She runs into this guy right here. I don't know, I guess he's a friend of hers or some sort of a contact or a liaison or whatever, and she starts having this conversation like, oh yeah, ran into some trouble killing the Jedi. And so I don't know if this guy is like the Sith Lord. I have a feeling that this guy is going to be the guy that ignited the lightsaber. He's going to be the guy with the lightsaber at the end and she never knew it, and this is the guy that's been leading her astray all along. That's how I feel right now. I don't know. Things can obviously change. But they didn't throw him in the second episode for no reason. All right. So this guy is going to be important, but so far he just kind of feels unimportant. But yeah, they're certainly setting up something with this dude right here, that he's going to be some sort of a, key cog in her training as a Sith or whatever. Maybe he's like, the guy that's trying to, he's the, the Padawan to the, the Sith Lord, and then she's his Padawan. I don't know. Okay. But, this I would say is interesting. This is like the only interesting thing. Like, okay, who is this guy? What does he have to do with any of this? How does he connect to all of this stuff? Like, all right, let's see where this guy's story goes. The rest of this, like, he's a side character. And I'm kind of interested in who he is and why he's here and what the story may have entail for him. Everybody else is just a nothing burger, okay? Giant nothing burger for everybody else. Yeah, so at this point, they all agree that, oh, May is the one behind the murderer, okay? This Saul character, this Osha character, they kind of come to that point. They talk a little bit about the past. Look, again, without caring about these characters, I don't care. He says, oh, perhaps I wasn't a good teacher. I don't care, all right? You haven't made me care about him. You haven't made me care about her. You haven't made me care about any of the dead Jedi. There's nothing here, all right? This is all empty calories. I just want you guys to understand that. This is a reason why you don't like this show. It isn't because of the wokeness and all of this other crap, all right? That's another thing. But it's because this is just empty calories. You don't really care about what happens to these characters. You don't care about them because they haven't given you a reason to care. All they've given you is just lines of dialogue. Yeah, so we're back to the lone white guy. Another white guy has joined him along with Padawan, all right? Padawan is joined in. Hey, I caught the girl that was responsible for, May breaking into the Jedi temple. Doesn't feel like a temple. Feels like outside of some guy's house. They're saying it's a temple. Like, this looks like the outside of some dude's house. So like, why? It doesn't feel special. It doesn't feel Star Wars. All right. It's weird. I don't know. Just really, really weird shit going on. But anyway, Padawan catches her and she admits, oh yeah, it was me all along. They go in, May goes in, right? May is going in. She's trying to kill this guy while they're all outside. She's trying to kill this guy and then pops up this little poison, in this little vial. And then she sets it on the ground like, yeah, I need you to drink this poison. All right. So think about this. She's telling this guy, hey, I need you to drink poison and kill yourself. And that's it. You should feel guilty for what you've done, And Nick was like, oh yeah, white guilt on full display. It's kind of funny, right? Again, they could have picked anybody to play this other character, all right? This dude right here, they could have picked anybody to play this guy, and then of course he opens his eyes like, damn, I guess I should feel some guilt about what it is that I did, So he opens his eyes and then he's about to get like basically off. It's fucking stupid, all right? Just so stupid. But this is where we are, all right? This is Disney Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so with like barely any hesitation at all right? Down the hatch, all right? He just drinks it up. Down the hatch goes the poison, and she's just sitting there like, damn, I can't believe you really did it. Like I didn't give you any real strong motivation to do it, okay? Again, it's your white guilt, all right? That's basically how I look at it, man. Kind of funny. And then, of course, we got Osha. Osha comes up upon this dude, after he has killed himself. And, she checks out the poison and say, damn, man, he poisoned himself, And, at first, I thought, here comes everybody saying, you're the guilty person, blah, blah, blah. But then, homeboy comes to the rescue. Nah, I saw the whole thing, It's like, if you saw the whole thing, why didn't you just jump down there? Damn, what happened? It's like he's waiting in the wings so he can announce to everybody that, oh, hey, guys, don't relax. Don't worry about it. I saw everything. She didn't kill it. Again, dumb ass writing. Okay, I don't understand the point of that. All right, this guy's still pointing his lightsaber at a Jedi as he's coming down the stairs. Like, all right, man, put your saber down. Put your saber down. Like he didn't even buy this shit, But yeah, so that's basically what we're getting with this situation. Again, stupidity, dumb writing. And again, yeah, I could keep going with this. I mean, it's just another boring scene after boring scene, oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, something's happening. Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God. Like, you know, basically this is OSHA pretending to be May. And like this guy right here is like hip to the game. All right. He's like, oh yeah, I know who you are. All right. He says, you look exactly like her, you know? Like, I mean, he should know that she's a twin, I guess. I don't know. Fucking dumb. All right. Again, this is the level of writing that we get from Star Wars, man. The last like 10 minutes is May versus Saul. You know, with her little throwing knives and everything. It's similar to the Carrie-Anne Moss scene. Like, Saul should just say, hey, you're the person, you know, killing Jedi. At this point, he knows. You're the person that's killing Jedi. You killed, you know, Carrie-Anne Moss. You killed this white guy for white guilt, all right? You white guilted him into death, all right? I'm just going to take you out. Let me light my lightsaber up and just slash you up. Well, you know, Jedi, you know, we only pull out our lightsabers for defense. You know, that's basically what they're saying. So he's not going to do that. He's basically just going to sit there and try to, I guess, talk to her or whatever. I mean, fucking dumb. All right. You know, oh, you know, you're your sister and your thoughts go with your sister and yakety yak, yak, yak. Yeah. That thought this was funny. Like this guy right here. I think his name is Yorda or Yordu. He's like literally like the eye in the sky, like watching everything go down and never makes a move. All right. He doesn't make a move. Like, you're trying to catch this person. This is a person that's now killed 2 Jedi. All right. Go apprehend this person. Lock him up. Oh, no. We're just going to sit here and watch and listen and see what it is that she has to say. This is so fucking dumb. Like, where's the writers at? Who's writing this crap? Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just a lot of back and forth. Oh, it's one twin looking at another twin. And instead of like stunning her and like taking her in, oh, I'm going to miss on purpose. Like, again, that's a stunning blast. That's a stun. You know, I don't know why it caused all of this like destruction in the back. Like, it's a stun. It wasn't going to kill nobody. But nevertheless, that's how Leslie Headland sees Star Wars. Even stun blasts will like create all kind of, you know, damage and fire and everything in the back. All right. But I mean, again, nevertheless, all she had to do was stun her. Hey, let's bring her in. You know, we'll talk to her. We'll figure this thing out. Oh, no, we got to let her go. And then she shoots another one. Again, this is a person that's been Jedi trained and she's just missing blatantly. It's crap. All right. Either have somebody else knock her over. Oh, man, you know, like I was trying to hit her. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let her go. Or what? I don't know. I mean, it's just, again, this is stupid. The writing in this show is just god-awful garbage, all right? Like, what am I supposed to be feeling right now? I don't know. I feel like this character's a fool. I feel like this character is just let the bad guy go. That's what I feel. Yeah, and then they ended with, you know, a Jedi Wookiee, all right? This Wookiee has the Force, you know, and so I guess this is supposed to be, I don't know, a cliffhanger or whatever. Like, that's where we're at with it. That's the end of the episode. That's episode 3 or episode 2 in a nutshell. You know, written by these morons, directed by Leslie Headland, on and on and on and on. All right. So look, now we get to the big one. Now we get to episode 3, you know, which my pal Al says it's just going to be an utter nightmare. All right. I'm nervous as hell. Okay. Because again, Star Wars is my first love. It's something that I am near and dear with. It means something to me. So if Star Wars isn't right, and it hasn't been right for a while, let's get it, you know, don't get it twisted. It hasn't been right for a while. But if episode 3 destroys Star, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right. I might lose it. All right. Check on EBN next week. All right. EBN next week. I will be responding to that before I do my episode 3 review. But yeah, that's where we are with episodes 1 and 2. Just a whole pile of horse shit. You know, I'm just not sure what to think anymore with Star Wars. It seems like this thing is just going downhill fast. All right. But if you guys have seen the episode, let me know what you think. Are you excited about episode 3? All right. Are you looking to watch the DA have a conniption on screen as he's watching Star Wars melt and get destroyed before his very eye? Is that what you're looking forward to? Or are you saying, no, DA, you got it all wrong, man. This story looks great. All right. I'm having a great time. All right. I'm not. But if you are, good for you. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about episodes 1 and 2. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.